Good evening, everyone. Hello, dear competitors, sponsors, jury, and startup enthusiasts. I'm Almos, and I'm going to be your host today. Welcome to our online event, the final demo day of the 7th Women's Startup Competition in Europe. Between 2014 and 2021, Women's Startup Competition professionally supported more than 800 applications from 11 countries and 28 events. The 7th Women's Startup Competition event series brought many new challenges to the participants, sponsors, and followers of the movement. After a series of semifinals in 2021, the list of the best female startups are Alter Ego from Bulgaria, Baby Perp from Romania, from Hungary, Click and Cruise from Hungary, Fact Insect from Austria, Gemini from Turkey, Investory from Romania, Little Bridge from the United Kingdom, MedicareBox.eu from Kosovo, Savvy from Austria, Twixy from Czechia, and Zipimi from Russia. The Demo Day's main sponsor is the Posi.io open innovation platform. They provided the platform where in these hard times the startups could participate in the competition. Posi is a digital engagement platform to assess and connect the members of the startup ecosystem. Thank you, Posi, for providing this platform.
Participants and fellow startuppers, I'm Christine Lipardi.
I'm Tomasz Miller.
And we would like to welcome you on behalf of Women's Startup Competition to our demo day.
Our keynote's really very short. I just want to wish you good luck and see you after your pitches.
Good luck!
Bye.
I am very excited. However, hi everyone, I am Shala, the ambassador of Women's Startup Competition for Kosovo. This time is the very first year that Kosovo is part of the finalist of Women's Startup Competition. I am very excited. However, I would like to say to all of you, congratulations on being selected and making it to the final list of startups. All the best and good luck for the final pitches. You made it. It means that if you are not going to the final, if you're not being the final selection of the startups, still I want to say that you made it a big success because you are there, because you made the first step to get out of your comfort zone and working on something that you really love, working on your own baby. So keep doing this, keep working and keep supporting each other. We can make it all, everything happen just by staying together and working together. All the best and good luck to everyone.
And good evening, everyone. My name is Dura Genschel and I work for the startup services of the Vienna Business Agency. What is the Vienna Business Agency? We are the official promotion agency of the business location Vienna. We are responsible for supporting, developing, and promoting the business location. How do we do that? We do that by providing a lot of different services. We are engaging in different city networks to support scale-ups, and we do that by providing money to promising projects through our grant system, and we are also engaging in different urban development projects and real estate development. And today I'm here because we partnered up with the Women's Startup Competition to provide one of the finalists with a unique opportunity to join us here in Vienna and experience all of these firsthand. So one of you will be invited to come to Vienna in May 22. Why May? Because this is when we will start our Vienna Up Festival. For all of you who haven't heard of Vienna Up, please make sure to check out viennaup.com to see all the information. This is going to be a unique experience for all tech people, but also for all people who are interested in creative industries, life sciences, etc. So there is a vast opportunity hidden there. Check out the website and sign up for the newsletter so that you don't miss any updates. That's it from my side. I'm really sorry that I can't join the pitches live, but I'm sure you will do a great job all together and you will definitely have an enjoyable evening. See you soon, hopefully in Vienna. All the best. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much for the introductions and for all the warm welcomes. This is going to be one of the most exciting events of this year, and we are only saying we are only in January so far. Okay, I'm just going to be your host. I'm not going to be part of the jury, so let's give it up for the jury. Who are the people who are going to be deciding on who gets the biggest prizes? Let's start with Petra. She's going to be one of yours. She is here already. Petra, could you introduce yourself?
Oh, sure. Hi. Well, my name is Petra Končelíková. I come from Czech Venture Capital Fund. I'm a partner at the Nation One VC. And well, I'm a businesswoman for 20 years. And for the past 10, I take care of the technical talent here in CEE. And I try to mentor on the business sense, mostly how to make money. That's my specialty. And yeah, well, I'm really looking, and I'm really great ambassador for female founders and females CEOs or women in positions like that, because the combination with men, we make really great team if it works.
That's very, very good to hear. What are you going to look for in these pitches?
Well, I'm looking for you know what I'm looking for or what I'm looking forward, because I'm looking forward everything, and what I'm looking for is basically, of course, investment potential. That's always good thing, but I'm also looking for founders who I may help and who I can support, even if it's not financially, because sometimes the help is just to help the founders to help to the point they can get the financial support from angels or VC funds, depending on the stage they are at. So I'm really looking for the opportunities that I might meet today.
That's great to hear. So even if you're not in the final list or if you're not a winner, I'm telling it to you, startups and competitors, then she's still looking forward to help you maybe.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm also just last thing. I'm also an investor into Snacks, who was the one of the winners of women's startup competition here in Czech Republic 2 years ago, and I'm very, very proud of them. And I'm sure that we are looking for more successes like that also.
Oh, that's very good. That's a success story from 2 years ago. So this is really a place where things can happen and things can move forward. Okay, let's give it up to Anna. She's already here. Can you switch on your camera? Thank you very much. She's going to be one of our juries. Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Anna Wolstein. I'm an investor and CMO at Kaya VC. Kaya actually resides in Prague, so also in Czech Republic. Hi, Petra. I'm Polish, and on behalf of Kaya, I'm investing all around Europe. Similarly to Petra, I think every female investor looks out for amazing female founders out there. So I'm super excited to be part of this demo day and to listen to the pitches of the winners. And what I'm looking for, we invest in intrepid founders. And what it means to me is people with bold vision and great consumer focus that have the drive to go out there and go for the win. And I believe that we have a lot of female founders that are actually just like that. So yeah, super excited about today and looking forward to meet everyone.
I can reassure you.
May I please add one thing? Together with Kaya VC, so Anna, we actually are co-investor in Digitu, which is another really successful female founder. So yeah, well, here we are.
That's good.
So
and you're still looking.
We put money where our mouth is, for sure.
That's very, very good to hear. And I love that you already have all these success stories from previous women startup competitions. It's been 7 years, but it's really in a progress and really, really moving forward. Okay, we have 2 more jury members, and I can't see Shaha. So let's go for Tomasz, the founder of Women Startup Competitions. Tomasz Miller is here. But he prepared a video for us, so let's just watch that first.
Hello, everybody. Helping a lot. Greetings and welcome everyone on the demo day of Women's Startup Competition. The last few years was full of challenge, and we had to rethink how we work, how we study, and how we take care of our health. In the recent period of technology was helping a lot to improve how we communicate each other, how we interact each other in the daily basis. Since the pandemic, the online events are booming, and we also wanted to give a chance to all female and gender diverse startups and all founders on our new platform to present their ideas and other communities. One of the biggest supporters of Posi.io gives us the community platform where we can meet and help each other after or between the competition. That was one of our main goals when we started to build a new competition series and a background system. Our goal is to support the female innovation communities and give a place where you can easily build a team, access to the target market, and get the attention, access to the investors. This is what today Demo Day is about. I would like to congratulate for all shortlisted startups and wish you the best of luck to presenting your idea and answering to the questions of our jury. I can't wait to see the pitches, and I hope you will enjoy that much as I will.
Hello, Tomasz. You're here with us live too. Thank you very much for your warm welcomes. And
Thank you.
it's really great that you founded WSC 7 years ago now, or 8 years ago, and this is your 7th startup competition. Is this the biggest event so far?
I'm not sure, but I hope that we will growing continuously. So the next year will be bigger.
Good. Or you can promise us that.
Yeah.
Okay. The same question goes to you too. What are you looking for watching these pitches, and what are you looking forward to?
I think so. What we always looking for the how can we help to the startups? How can we have to access to their dreams and step forward to the next phase? Whatever it's not, sometimes what Petra mentioned, it's not necessary to any investment, but just some very good connection to help to step forward and solve the actual headaches. That is what we do in the background.
Okay, that's something very, very interesting to hear. Okay, I can't seem to find our fourth jury, Satya Teuta. She just texted us that she's going to be a little bit late, but I think she already saw some of the startups pitches, and I'm sure the jury members will share all the ideas and all the questions and all the answers that was provided by the startups if she misses anything. Right, so let's see the awards. We have one special prize that's very interesting. So thank you very much for the Vienna Business Agency. They provided an invitation, just like it was already clarified, to the founder of a chosen startup to spend a week in Vienna, Austria, and gain access to all the events and special happenings of the Vienna Up Festival, which is taking place between the 27th of May and 3rd of June 2022. Accommodation and access to all events are granted. So this is one of those great places where you can meet new people, you can network, you can build your next startup. It's going to be very interesting, and it's one of those really good prizes. The main prizes are for the first, the second, and the third places, media interviews and investor meetings that are going to be organized later by Tomasz and all the others working on the Women Startup Competition. So here's what's going to happen. I'm inviting all the startups here in the order that was provided to you weeks before this event. So Twixy is going to be the first one. If they could join us on the link, on the StreamYard link. Savvy is going to be the second one. And Fact Insect is going to be the third one. So I can't see... No, Twixy is not here yet, so let's just jump to the second one. We are going to show you the 2-minute pitch videos, and then you will have 4 minutes for your Q&A from the jury. This is how it's going to be done. So let's start, and instead of the first one, instead of Twixy, let's start with Savvy from Austria. I think it's going to be Nida who presents the pitch video. She's from Austria, the founder of Savvy. Their goal is to help parents teach their kids to handle their finances.
And we help parents raise financially savvy kids. Did you have financial education in school? Because I didn't. Good financial habits are a challenging task for adults, which is why they should be planted since young. In fact, financially literate adults are more likely to overspend, undersave, acquire more expensive debt, and invest less, costing them 1,400 euros per year. So how do you teach your kids how to properly handle money if you're struggling with finances yourself? And yes, we know there's plenty of books and YouTube videos out there, but how do parents make sure their children understand these concepts enough to practice them? This is why we created Savvy. Savvy is a tool that helps parents teach their children basic financial concepts and engages them to practice good financial habits through a gamified learning experience. With Savvy, teens have access to educational content, can set financial goals, learn the concept of interest through savings, practice budgeting to manage their daily spending, and learn how to invest. The easy to use app is also connected to the child's bank account so that parents can easily transfer money, monitor the child's spending, and control the amount of their allowance. As a pilot market, we will be starting in Austria, targeting teenagers between 10 and 19 years old, with plans to expand to the DACH region soon after. In order to sustain our mission, Savvy charges parents a monthly subscription fee, offering a basic, standard, and premium pricing plan with content tailored to the different interest levels of teenagers. Savvy was actually born in June 2021 at the Entrepreneurship Avenue, and since then, we have embarked on our customer discovery journey. For our next steps, we plan to introduce the private beta in April and launch Savvy in August 2022. After this, we plan to expand to Germany and Switzerland and launch the standard and premium platforms. In order to reach these milestones, we have gathered a diverse team with complementing expertise and know-how that is supported by a number of supervisors and professionals. And what we need from you is expert know-how and mentoring in content creation and brand building, as well as connections to potential partners. So get on board and help us make a social impact and outfox bad financial habits.
Okay, here is Nida. Nida, can you hear us? We can see you. Hopefully, yes, you're unmuted now. We can hear you properly.
Yeah, I think the video lagged towards the end a little bit. The slides weren't changing in time, but yeah, I hope you still got the most of it. If not, I'm here and for your questions.
All right, so let's start the Q&A. Starting the countdown, it is set for 4 minutes, so that's how much time you have.
Maybe I will ask the first question. Nida, really nice presentation. Thank you for the pitch. Can you explain a little bit about the team?
Yeah, so we're currently a team of 5, and we have me as the CEO, one of the founders. Then I have Maria Paula, who's also watching right now. She is the CFO. Then we have our tech specialist, who is going to also do our prototype and start developing the app and will be supported by a development team. Then we have someone dedicated for business development and growth. And also we have a dedicated person who will then handle the brand building and all the marketing. And this will be Katja for brand, Stefan for business development, and Florian for the tech, and Paula and me as CEO and CFO.
All right, so then let me ask you, hi, it's nice to meet you. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, hi. I'm interested in the go-to-market strategy and also how you validated the need and the appetite of the parents for this.
Yeah, so go-to-market, of course, the app will mainly be used by the children. So we have to have 2 different channels, one where we target the parents because they will be the ones paying for it, and then also targeting the teenagers because they will be the ones mainly using it. So first of all, we want to do lots of social media, TikTok, and Google Ads, and also target momfluencers, so to say, and also mommy blogs. This is where we mainly want to tackle the market in this way. And yeah, the second question was, sorry, the second
How
part.
you validated the
Oh yeah,
appetite for
true.
this project?
Yeah, we talked to a lot of different parents who had also children between our target group. And yeah, this is the way that we validated the idea, because a lot of them say they don't really either, they didn't think about it, or they don't know how to go about it. Because yes, of course, you know what compound interest is, and you know what you have to, how you have to save and everything. But how do you teach your children in a way that they really understand it and can practice it for a long time? And we also see the effects of COVID-19, where a lot of millennials and Gen Z and a lot of people are struggling financially because they don't even know that they should have, for instance, an emergency fund, or that they should have, or the way they should save or handle their money. And yeah.
Yeah, and Nida, would you please just more elaborate on how the content is being created? After all, this is not easy subject even for parents. So how do you create it for such a sensitive group like children?
Yeah, so we will actually call upon professors. One that I'm also working with, who is hosting a 1-week program for children, actually, how to handle money. Then we have another partner that we're talking with right now, who is already also preparing workshops in this matter. And this is how we're gonna come up with our educational content.
Thank you.
Helmut, can I ask one question, because I missed the important parts? What do you need, Nidya?
So specifically right now, we mostly are looking for mentoring and guidance on how to do the foundation part, because we're still in the prototyping phase. And the funding part, we are planning to do, like, I don't know, in summer, or yeah, after June or July, after we have our prototype and our beta testing done, which we plan to do by April.
Can you keep the? I see the prototype launching in this February. As I see that. Okay.
Exactly. We're already working on that, and yes, it will be launched in February.
Thank you.
All right, good luck with the launch. We are really looking forward to it. I will keep an eye on you. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for your Q&A. I hope you were able to tell everything that you wanted, and I hope jury asked all the questions that they needed, and you can make a good decision based on these answers and the pitch. So stay with us. And let's watch the other startups. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
All right, next up is we are still waiting for Twixy. So if you can hear us, if you watch the stream, please join us on the StreamYard link. Well, let's move forward to Fact Insect. Sia and Romana are here. They are going to present to us. So hello, Sia and Romana. We're looking forward to listening to you.
Hello, good evening. We're actually pitching live, and I would like to start my presentation with a question. Don't we all have this one friend or relative who believes in flat Earth or some other weird conspiracy theory? Well, this is why we developed Fact Insect, an AI-based automated fact-checking service. It's a browser plugin, and while you read news on the net, it confirms the information with hand-picked quality newspapers. The result is a simple traffic light system. Green means confirmed, red means contradictory. We found out that about 4 out of 10 users are aware that it's often hard to tell between facts and fake. That gives us a market potential of about 240 million users. Our main competitors are manual fact-checking services, but this is very time-consuming. And there are several automated services, but they are not very exact. Our competitive advantage is that Fact Insect checks articles individually. It's fully automated, and you can even see which parts of the text have been confirmed or refuted. We offer Fact Insect as a freemium model for single users, and we also offer it to social media networks, team collaboration software, and news aggregators who would like to offer their users a quick and easy way to fact check the information they find on the platform. And we also have cooperations with media outlets. We are a highly qualified teams of experts, and we are incubated at Science Park Graz. We are currently running our public beta test, and we are working on the support for smartphones, and we are planning to have our first paying customer in April. And of course, we have a vision, and it is that everyone has confidence in the articles they read. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I am a quiz master, and I do use dope.com and all these other fact checker websites quite often. They are heavily bookmarked on my computers. I'm really looking forward to an automated system from you. All right. I was told that you both would like to answer the questions.
Yes.
I will leave you both in. And your countdown is about to start. 4 minutes. That's how much time the jury has now. 4 minutes and starting.
Okay, well then I will start. Hi, thank you for the live pitch. That's always good to see you in work. Very helpful for me too. So thank you. My first question is regarding the market that you are focusing on right now, because for example, you said that you can, or you mentioned that you can work with social media. Well, if we take that in account, in region, the social media have different filters for fake news and stuff like that. In US, the Facebook has it completely covered. Europe is left to wonder what's true and wrong, for example. So what do you think that right now is the biggest the market that needs you the most?
So I think that at the moment we see actually a lot of interest in end users. So if we, for example, show people fact and sect in live, then they ask where I can download it when it's available for smartphone. And here we see at the moment a really huge interest. But on the long term, we want to offer fact and sect for platforms, for example, social media networks, because we see that we can really offer them a great benefit there, because the content moderation market is also quite huge. It's around $4.8 billion, and it's going to rise in the next 10 years to over $11 billion. And the solutions that are out there for fact checking are not that good. For example, Facebook cooperates with manual fact checking organization who does the whole work manually. And we are offering here a solution that can check a news article in just a few seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. And then would you please then maybe remind me, maybe I didn't catch it, what's that unique advantages, or what makes you better than you said that the other tools are not so good. So what makes you so good? Is it the technology behind it? Is it?
Yes, it's basically, do you want to answer? Yes, yes, it's basically the technology behind it, because we are actually comparing an article to check with other news sources, and existing solutions, for example, just check if the text is, for example, written in an emotional language or use biased words and so on. And this doesn't really take into account what other sources say, what other news sources say about this topic, and we can take this into account.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I ask one question? See, in practically, how does it work to your application? It's like a advertisement banning system. It's just writing. This is a false news. This is a correct news. How I cannot explain how do you see, how do you use your application in the future?
Okay, currently it's a browser plugin. I don't know if you can see the presentation. I opened it again. It's a browser plugin, and you can see beside the address bar there's a red light or a green light for confirmed or falsified news. And then you can, if you want more information, you can click on it and you get more information on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe last question. Do you have any data about how right you are in your suggestions, if it's fake or not? What is the...
Yes. Yes, sure. We actually have created some training data sets to train our models, and at the moment we have an accuracy of 90%.
Just a super short question. Will your solution work only in English, or do you plan to target other languages?
At the moment, the first market is the German-speaking market, but we've also created a prototype in English. So first we want to go for the German-speaking market and then English, and then add other languages.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Thanks.
So if there are no more questions and everything is all set, then I think let's move on to the next startup, which is, I'm really looking forward to Medicare Box, Finesa, if you could be here, but Little Bridge is already here. So Sarah is already here. Let's move on with her then. Thank you very much, Anna, Sia, and Romana for being here and for your startup. Oh, Finesa just arrived. So Finesa is going to be the next one. I'm going to say goodbye to you and then put on Finesa.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. And Romana. Okay, the next startup is Medicare Box. Who doesn't forget to take their pills? Here's Finesa Shala from Kosovo, who developed Medicare Box that would help you with the problem. Let's see her video. So just a quick question. Was your video muted or was there any problems? Was the video corrupted or you didn't have any sound on it?
Yeah, I think the video was corrupted because it was with sound. And I thought maybe the problems with the YouTube when I downloaded it to the YouTube.
Yeah, I listened to it on my computer and it had no sound earlier. So, well, sorry about that. I think I will give you a little bit more time so you can tell us everything because we only watched your slides.
Okay, that will be perfect. Nowadays, taking the pills is the most important thing, because as we have seen, since the pandemic time has shown up, we had to take more pills than ever. This is a hard solution for people, for old ages people that are alone in the homes, and they had to take pills on time. What we thought as a solution was building a box that maintains 2 settings alarms with sound and with light, which will tell you the exact time when it's time to take the medication. Also, this box will be connected with an application which you will see your beloved ones from everywhere in the world, how they're maintaining their healthy life and how they're planning to manage the pill taking. This box was built from our design. It was initially started from us. As we have thought and searched in the market, we have seen that there is not such a proper product for old people that they make their life easier. We have talked with old people and we have asked them what is the main solution that will make your life easier. And most of the people's answer that a box that will maintain a healthy life, it will be a good solution for them. As we have seen, the size of the market in the EU is 18 million people of old ages, but we will only target people with illness, people that needs to take medication on time, and the people that are mostly alone in the homes, which is a total of 8 million people. Our box for the first time in the market will be with Braille alphabet, with people with disability of seeing, which means this is the first time that a box will be in the market for those people. Also, the box has a heat sensor, water resistant, and it's rechargeable, which means it will take up to 1 month to recharge it. Our strength for this startup is the team that we have worked all day long for the box. It's my co-founder and it's CTO, also at Nick, which is digital marketing expert, and Mergim, which is software engineer and robotic operation systems. What we have thought about this box is that when we go in the market, we want to be fully prepared and fully ready. We have built an MVP product, but we want to build the prototype, because when we want to go in first of investors, we want to be ready with the product with all functionalities.
Okay, good. I'm going to start your countdown now.
Okay, it's my first question. Is it this device is smart, or how does it work in practically?
Yes, the device has two types of setting the alarm. It's physically setting the alarm, which is combined with old clocks. When you set the alarm on the old clock, which for old people is not hard. Also, the box has a smart application, which you can set the alarm through the application. You can maintain the application through the alarm also, even if you are far away, because this will work cloudly with the box.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Hi, Vanessa. So how many patients then are using your box now in the beta testing then?
Unfortunately,
or prototype?
Yes, unfortunately, we do not have much money on building too many boxes, but we have built like 5 to 10, and we have given it to all the different people, and we have taken the reviews and everything that they needed to maintain into the box. But in the future, we want to build boxes and to give it to the old people and to see how they are operating with it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You mentioned that you did some validation, that you were asking for the need, like what's there. In my experience, I've seen so many boxes like this. So and there were so many problems always. So the first one to start with is how, for example, to even put the correct pills into the box and stuff like that. So what do you see as the biggest challenges that you have ahead?
But basically in Germany, for example, I will mention like a country for old people, they have pharmacies, persons who take care of them monthly, they will fulfill it and they will give it to the patients, and they will have it all set up with the alarm, with the pills and everything set up, because the box will have space for more than 1 month for pills.
And the battery as well.
Yeah, the battery will be rechargeable, and we have taken care to be Type C in order old people to have it easier to recharge it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Vanessa, thank you for the presentation. You mentioned a little bit already about the team, but maybe I haven't noticed it. Do you have anyone with medical experience?
Yes, we have 3 people of medical experience, but they're not full-time because they're also working in a hospital. In Kosovo, there are many hospital people that are young also, and they are training us and telling us what are the misunderstanding parts that we have to take into the box. So they're only part-time in the startup, but in the mainstream, when we go live in the market, of course, they will be inside the startup.
Understood. So basically, the older patient wouldn't have to do anything with the pills, right? Pharmacist will fill it in, and a person can basically, like a caretaker, can set it up with the alarm.
Yes,
Do I
exactly.
got it correctly?
Yes,
Yeah?
exactly.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, that is my question though, because it is a medical device in the end, even though it's not a medical device. But I wonder what consequences are there if for whatever reason it's a malfunction or something like that. What insurance coverage do you need, and is it possible to get it, and is there any risk in this and stuff like that? Because if the life of that person is depending on that alarm going off and it doesn't go off while you promised it would always go off, what happens?
Yes, that's a good question, and that's what we thought from the beginning of doing this startup. We started this startup to make their life easier and not to make it harder or to make it problems. As soon as it is a delicate thing for pills, we have thought that mostly our product will be used in the market like B2B businesses. We will sell to pharmacies, and pharmacies will take care to their providers, to their to their patients, who will fulfill all the boxes, all the pills with inside the box, and they will use it. But this box has a locking mechanism system, which will not allow you to open the pill when it's time, before the time rings. When the time is to open the pill, to drink the pill, the box will the locking mechanism system will turn off, and the box will go on, and you can take it. This means that people with Alzheimer's diseases not to take the pills before the alarm rings.
Well, I love the idea. I love this is great. On the other hand, I worry, what if it malfunctions and then it doesn't open at all, and things like this. There are so many things that I think that there must be taken care of, and I wish you good luck with it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for joining us here, Vanessa. Please stay in the stream and watch the others. We are going to tell you who the winners are after all the pitches are done. Thank you very much for being here. Next up is Sarah with Little Bridge. And yeah, they are preparing, social media and the internet can be a very difficult and often harmful space. So they are preparing a social media, which is a safe space for children. So Sarah, she's already here. Let's watch her pitch video first.
We're reimagining social media for children. Children everywhere want to participate in the exciting world of social media, but lack a safe space to do so and a shared language in which to communicate with a global community. Our solution is exactly this. It's for children internationally, aged 6 to 12. It's a safe space with full moderation. It uses a shared language, English. Our global online platform enables children to connect safely and message each other with strict rules that promote kindness and collaboration. Since releasing our B2B platform in Q4 of 2020, we've partnered with some major education organisations, including governments, with excellent outcomes. And we have received multiple industry awards. So, what's next? We want to build on the success of our B2B business by launching a B2C model, bringing Littlebridge directly to families around the world. We aim to diversify our revenues with 3 income streams from our B2C customers: subscriptions for our learning content, targeted ads to parents, and non-learning content. The English language learning market is huge and becoming B2C dominant. It's forecasted to grow to $43 billion by 2025, 1/3 of which is our target market, children. And of course, beyond the English language learning market, we see ourselves as a future market leader in social media for children. We're raising up to £1 million to fund the go-to-market of our B2C platform for a maximum equity of 9%. Our targets for the next 3 years aim to result in a 5-time return on investment for investors in this round. Who are we? We're a very experienced core team in education, children's content and technology, and have worked together for over 5 years. And of course, we're supported by a number of experienced industry experts. Thank you for watching.
This is not the first time that we meet, and your pitch is getting better and better every time I get to watch it. So thank you very much for doing that. Okay, I think you know the drill. Let's start your Q&A, 4 minutes, and it's counting.
Well, then I'll kick it off. I'm absolutely sure. Well, first of all, thank you for the pitch. Very nice. I'm sure this is like the dream world of the parents, but my question is, how much do the children want this? And the age, maybe I missed it, but with the age.
That is 2 great questions. Thank you so much. So firstly, the age. Let's do the easy one first. We're targeting children aged 6 to 12. So most mainstream social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they want you to be 13 and over to access their platforms. But we know kids are signing up before they're 13. So we are targeting those children that are too young to sign up officially on those mainstream market leader platforms for older children and adults. And secondly, how do we know kids want it? Well, currently we launch B2G and B2B. So we're used in schools all around the world. Multiple governments have opted to have us in their classrooms with their primary school students. And we see that these kids don't just use it at school, they use it at home and at the weekends and in the holidays. So I don't think these kids are picking up their other school resources for fun, at the weekend or over Christmas. So we already have some evidence of traction, even with our B2B customers, which I know they're not B2C, it's a different world, but we think that's a really good sign. So we're just about to launch our B2C platform. It's actually just gone live this week. So we're hoping to see some similar success there. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. So you are going through some testing at this moment. So how many users do you have at this moment?
Last year we had 70,000 children use our platform, and those were through our B2G and B2B contracts. We also had 3,000 parents sign up for like a wait list for our B2C platform. So we've got some proof of demand there from the parents. And now we're just going to launch, we're doing a soft launch over the next few weeks of our B2C platform, which is a parent dashboard to enable parents to sign their children up. And then we'll be putting some marketing behind that. And the next stage in our product roadmap is building an app to allow children to sign up directly, still with a guiding eye of their parents to oversee what they're doing. And so that will be another way that we further test, is the demand there from children as well? Because we know that from parents, we've definitely had great feedback so far. With our school children, we've had great feedback, but now that missing piece of the puzzle is getting children.
And last question, what is the most common content then on Littlebridge?
Yes. Do you mean in terms of the premium content we sell?
No, well, you are now having 70,000 kids there. So the content that is happening there, that's what I mean.
Everything you can imagine that school kids talk about. There's been a lot of coronavirus talk, kids wanting to know, are you at school? Because I'm not at school. Is your school closed? I'm learning from home. Kids oversharing about their parents. My mum's 43, and I think, oh, your mum doesn't want you to share that. But normal things like talking about your pets, talking about your family, those sorts of things.
Is there some kind of demo that we might see later on?
Absolutely. So our product is live. So we have various demo videos as well, but we also have a platform that I can send you demo accounts to.
Thank you very much.
Great.
And yeah, great pitch. I can see that you're almost a pro now with the presentation skills. Fantastic. In the long run, is it more B2B, B2C, or B2G? How you imagine it?
Anna, that's a great question. So we actually set out to be B2C. We raised the seed round 2 years ago, but as soon as, I think it was a week after we closed that round, we got a B2G contract, and try saying no to that as a startup. And we knew we wanted to do B2G and B2B. It kind of shifted our product pipeline around. And so now we've fulfilled various B2G contracts. They're recurring, they're ticking along nicely. We think the biggest opportunity is in B2C. We think that it's easier to take control of your destiny, to build a growth engine, to not be at the mercy of government tenders, which may or may not come out and you don't know when that's going to happen. But ultimately, starting with B2G was great because it provides that trust and validation that for parents who are going to sign up, they know that we're used by government, so it must be safe. They know that the content must be good because it must have been checked and QA'd by various other institutions. So I think ultimately it was the right way around to do it, but we do see ourselves as becoming a B2C company.
All clear, thank you.
Great, thank you.
All clear, yes, you're becoming a pro. This is for everybody, that the more you practice, the better you get at everything. So thank you very much for being here. Wishing you good luck with everything. Keep on building a safe environment for our children. Okay,
Thank
that
you.
was Sarah from Little Bridge. Goodbye. Next up is Jamie Lab. So Dennis is already here. More and more couples face problems conceiving. Dennis and her team helps in making the first steps to find out what the problem is. Let's watch their video first.
Hi, everybody. Did you know that when in fact couples need medical support to conceive? If you think that fertility is a female issue, well, let me tell you that your perspective is not true and outdated, because male fertility has helped in the last 40 years, and so that today 45% of the issues to conceive are due to men. According to a study among the couples presenting for fertility evaluation, 27% of men do not have sperm testing, which is the first major step to evaluate male fertility health. Beside of social norms, one reason for men to abstain from fertility checkup is the awkward clinical experience. And here, what Gemini Lab is built for. We have developed an at-home sperm collection kit that allows men to receive clinically approved sperm health report without visiting a clinic. We also offer sperm freezing service for those who like to secure their fatherhood plans for the future. Besides, we provide online doctor appointment in different subjects of fertility health. We have only 2 direct competitors from US, and Gemini Lab is the only one CE regulated and has its own tech infrastructure, which is fully compliant with GDPR. Our estimation for sperm testing is $80 million by the end users in Turkey alone. And for sperm freezing, the global number is almost $5 billion. We have a proven business model starting from Istanbul, and last year we successfully managed to raise our first investment of $150K. And now we are coming to Europe region with the support of HealthTank program, which is a Dutch acceleration program. We are a team of 6 experts who have a huge passion to update the approach of fertility health in today's world. We have been cooperating with a private university for our clinical studies, and now we are building our own scientific advisory board that has 2 international scientists in male fertility health. My name is Deniz. I am the founder of Gemini Lab. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Dennis. Thank you very much for joining us here live. You know how it's done. This is not your first rodeo. So I'm going to start your 4-minute countdown, and I'm waiting for the jury to start their Q&A.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Denise. Thank you for the presentation. My first question regarding this goes to, because you mentioned there, as I understood, that you already are in process of the customers and stuff like that. So what is the feedback from there? Is that something that you find that really is, that you answer the questions that these to-be parents hopefully really are seeking?
That's a great question, and I'm going to answer a little bit more because it's also about our segment, customer segment. Before we start, theoretically, we also thought that our customers would be the couples, newly married or engaged couples, or whoever, close to parenting plans. But in reality, we saw that there is a 50% of the customers who are just single and, got this idea through our marketing channels that their fertility checkup is getting important by day by day. Because this is what we did in our marketing strategies. Actually, we switched to our strategy from couples to males, like white collar men, because when you reach them and let them know that the lifestyle or the business, the stress the business you have in your business life affecting your sperm health, you give an idea him that you need to check up your fertility health before it's too late. So at the end of the day, we see that the users are not only the couples, also the people who have no idea about this, but then once they have idea, they want to go and check.
Mm-hmm. These educational activities that some startups need to do are the most costly, most risky. You never know. It's really very tough to build a community around, to teach the community about it. So you were mentioning the business model there, I know, but would you please more elaborate on how are you planning to make money when you first need to spend money to even let your customers know that they might have problems? So because after that, the main solution for them is to go to the doctors and then they pay to someone else, right? So how do you get the money from them?
So this is a macroscope. At the end of the day, the report we provide is based on macroscopic examination. So the doctors feel comfortable to cooperate with us. So we partner up with doctors, to reach the people who medically need sperm testing, first of all. And this is a quite good channel that is working right now, I can say. But beside that, what we want to do, it's not a complicating thing. Actually, it's not like building the community based on education. This is more about raising an awareness, because people usually have no idea about male fertility health, which creates a toxic approach on female shoulders as well as male shoulders who want to open up themselves and start thinking about their fertility health. So once we reach them and give this idea that your sperm health is directly related to your fertility check, or the potential of your fertility, capacity of your fertility, they immediately, get the idea. So this is not building a community based on rocket science, let's say. I don't know how to put it in nice words.
Understand. If I take aside the fact, why can't it do someone else? Why are you unique? If I take this aside, would you please, just for my understanding, take me through some study case or some case? How does it work? So let's say that I am white colored man, and then I learn from some of your posts something. What do I do and how does it work from there?
So it's very straightforward. We have a very straightforward process. You just order a kit, which is a at-home sperm collection kit. You order a kit to your address, and we open an online account for you. So once you're ready, that means provide sperm in the kit. You let us know, and we collect the kit from your address, bring it to our partner laboratory, and there's a sperm analyzing here, and at the end in the same day we share a comprehensive results with you via online. And let me tell you that we conduct the whole process via a unique code where all of user information remains anonymous, and we do not share any kind of information with third parties.
So why can't my doctor do it then?
Excuse me?
Why my doctor cannot do this? Why do I use you?
Yes, that's also a good question. You can always go to a laboratory or a clinic and run this test, definitely. But at the end of the day, this is a choice of patients. Either he wants to do it, in an experience, in a clinical experience, which is far from comfort and privacy, or he can also order and do it from in the comfort of his home and privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, unfortunately, 4 minutes are done. Thank you very much for doing that. As a male person, I think I can understand your approach towards this further testing. All right, thank you very much for being here and joining us. Stay here for the results. Goodbye.
Sure. Bye.
Hey, that was Gemini Lab from Turkey. Next up is Investor and Monica from Romania. It is very important to educate the next generation to help them grow into financially responsible adults. Monica and her team from Romania develops an app that uses gamification to help the young ones learn about money. Let's watch their presentation first. Oh no, they have an okay, they actually are going to do the presentation live. So Monica is already here. I'm going to put in your slides. And also welcome here.
Yes,
the floor
hi,
is yours, or the studio is yours.
Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. My name is Monica, and I will be presenting you Investory, which is a financial education game for kids aged 6 to 10. Basically, we transform time spent on mobile phones into entertaining education. There are 3.5 billion people around the world that do not understand basic financial concepts. And most of them have kids. But how will those parents explain to their kids what financials are if they do not understand them themselves? Investory is a mobile financial education app. How do I change the slides? Because I don't have that option. Thank you. And another slide, please. Yeah, great. Thanks. So where was I? Investory is a mobile financial education game for kids where kids learn about money and finance with simple explanations in their own pace, the way they like it best, playing on their phones or tablets. We are at the crossroads between edtech and gaming, two industries which are growing massively, reaching $233 billion globally. If we can move the slides, please. And the next, yeah, great. And the next one, please. The competition is diverse. Most of it is offline and of relatively low quality and engagement for the young audience. The current options are outdated. They use a complicated language, basically unsuitable for today's children. The next slide, please. We've seen great response to Investory since we launched the MVP last year. The game is available in the App Store and Google Play in Romanian and English, and we're present in 13 countries with 186,000 engaged users and many, many positive reviews from kids and parents. To make sure we are on the right track, we always and constantly check important KPIs, which are growing every month. And of course, this project wouldn't have been possible without the most awesome team I could ask for, with competencies in everything you could think of when you start a small business. And also, we have a 9-year-old kid that keeps us grounded and tells us what kids need, what kids like and need. For the moment, we just started making money from a B2C perspective by selling modules, and we're going to transfer to our new ads-free version. And also, we will make money from a B2C perspective by monetizing using subscriptions, referrals, and bulk sales to schools. We started this project with 300,000 euros from a strategic partner, and we're looking to raise 400 more for our next expansion phase. This was Monica, informal education enthusiast. I am ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
Monica, how do you create the content in the background? Because it's, I think it has to create a new content behind the system. Do you have a teams for that, or just it's a simple game? How does it work in the background?
Yeah, so for the moment we have 3 chapters, and in each chapter there is a story. You need to solve a mystery, so you moved on to a new planet, and you need to solve a mystery in each chapter. And we have a dedicated development and design game design team that helps us with that. And what we want to do from here on is, of course, create more chapters, but that's not the main focus. The main focus is to create more content in each of the chapters, so we can keep the kids engaged and keep them coming more and more every day. And of course, whatever we do, we check with our kids, because I just said we have an advisor, a 9-year-old kid, which is awesome, because you understand what they need. And at the same time, we go to financial experts to help us, just for guidance, to help us to make sure that we teach them the right concepts. And then we transform those concepts, difficult concepts, into easily understandable tasks for kids in the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Monica, great presentation. What is your biggest challenge right now and going forward?
Yeah, so our biggest challenge, I mean, for me, it's not a challenge. It's something that's not so easy to do, but it's going to happen, because I'm always very positive. So at the moment, we are looking for investment for the next expansion phase that we have. And at the same time, the challenge, I would say, that might be a bit difficult is the communication with the officials in every country, because we want to be in schools in a short period of time, not to be the main education element for financial education, but a complementary thing that you want to do at school, but also play at home just for fun.
So does it mean that you want to go B2G rather than B2C?
Yeah, so we want to, we've seen that B2B works because we have 186,000 kids that already play. And we want to go to the B2B phase as well, because it's another important stream of making money. Of course, we want to educate, but it's a business behind it, and we want to be also cash flow positive in a short period of time.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Monica.
Hi.
Hi. Would you please tell me, from the customer point of view, who I now consider the kid, what is my reward for playing these games, except having fun, of course?
So you're basically what they transform themselves into detectives, and they need to solve a mystery. I mean, somebody stole the blueprints for the best-selling toy. I mean, it's a very big thing when you're 7. So you need to go and find that out. And of course, it's fun. At the same time, they get to understand more financial concepts. And what we've seen from all these kids that play the game is that after they play a certain chapter, they go and talk to their parents about, okay, let me tell you about the difference between needs and wants, because you bought those shoes, mom, which are very expensive, and well, it's not something that you need because you already have shoes. Yes.
So if I take it, the difference between basically inventory and savvy that we've heard here in the beginning. Yes. Then it's that at that case of savvy, they are already having the money and they are learning, and then it's connected to the bank account, and the parents already do something with the money. While here, you are basically using games to teach just about the money concept already at this age, but there are no like real money that they would be saving there involved.
For the
Unless,
moment,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, so
for the
we
moment.
have the MVP right now with the game, and our plan is to add a card at a certain point after the kids already went through different chapters of the story. They would know what to do, because in the second chapter, it's all about the bank and how to use a credit card or a card. And then, of course, our plans are to add a card and add more financial services that they can use from a certain age. But at 6, they're a bit too young. When they're 12, they can use a certain card. Yeah, that's part of our roadmap from here on.
Okay, well, Monica, I definitely would like to be in touch with you, because I think that here are I've seen it in similar projects that unfortunately didn't make it, and they didn't make it even to 100,000K. So, good job for you. So there are some things that I could give you from experience from others who already failed on it. And you made it really pretty far. So I think that you have something in your hands that might be really good to work with it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. And yes, just like Petra said, having 186,000 consumers already, that's something to build on. So the future is very bright ahead of you. Thank you very much for being here. Stay in touch with us and stay in the stream. Okay, the next pitch is about
Almost,
yes.
May I please, sorry to interrupt, but I am also a mother of 2, and thanks to those 2 little monsters, I really cannot go 1 hour and 15 minutes without a toilet break. So can we please make 5 minutes break? Would it be possible?
I think so.
Or 2. I can be quick.
Okay. All right, just go ahead. Next up is going to be Baby Perp. She's already here, but we are going to have 5 minutes of break here. All right, see you in 5 minutes.
Sorry, I'm not 20 anymore.
That's all right.
No problem.
All right, I can see that everyone is back. Anna, are you here? Yes, Anna is here. I think we only did some refreshments after being here for like 1.5 hours or something like that. That's how long the stream has been going on. So welcome back. I hope everyone is fine. Next up is Noemi from Baby Perp, and her pitch is going to be about a new pacifier that can help with infections. It is her invention and her team. I'm really looking forward to it. Having a just turned 7-month-old kid. Looking forward to everything that can make them feel safer and resist infections. So let's see Noemi's pitch first.
Any parent knows that from the moment their babies were born, the scariest thing in life is their babies to get sick. The smaller the baby, the scarier the disease seems. Did you know that 6 out of 10 children go through thrush infections in the first 3 months of their life, and 10% of them gets the very same infection until they become 3? I am Noemi, a co-founder and CEO of the CZECH, a biotechnology company that was founded last year with 2 other guys, Gergő, my husband, who is a pharmacist and owns a PhD in biochemistry, and the inventor Laci, who is a microbiologist, to cure many kind of infections, bacterial and viral illnesses with the power of visible light. Our first product is Baby Perp, which is a glowing pacifier that can cure thrush in 3 to 5 days with just half an hour usage per day. Baby Perp is easy to use and has no known side effects. We are so far on the word patent. We have an in vitro independent validation. We conducted an initial market research. We own the business, the financial, and the market strategy. We have the final product design, which you can see here up. We prepare the manufacturing and deliver the strategy and have the contracted partners. We won a National Quality and Innovation Award. And we also won a startup competition in POSI.io, the Restart 2021. We presented ourselves last year in the Web Summit. And that was our first opportunity to go public. And I can tell you that people really loved our invention. We need a partner, an investor, who can help us conduct the clinical trials in order to get the CE declaration. And which is a good news for them, that just the latest, we became finalists in the International Quality Innovation Award. So we will present ourselves in Moscow in April. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your questions.
Hello, Noemi. Thank you for your pitch. This is not your first, so we've worked together. You won POSI.io's Restart 2021, so you know how it's all done. I'm going to start your 4 minutes, and let's wait for the jury for their questions. Can you hear us? Can we hear you? Good, yeah. Good. Everything is all set. Let's start this.
Hello. Well, all right. Hi, Naomi. Well, first of all, I think it's a great idea as a mother of 2. They are not already, thank God, into the pacifier thing, but once they were using it, this would be great. However, first, from the product point of view, when I was studying the product, I noticed that there is a specific kind of pacifier on the end of it, and there are simply no babies that would like the same. There are the babies, every baby like different kind of endings. Yes. And also it seems to be pretty heavy on the end. So how does that really work? You keep it the 30 minutes in the baby's mouth, even if he hates the shape of it? How does that really work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, basically this is a medical device. So it's not a normal pacifier that a child would use on its own. So it, of course, has to be supervised by a parent. It seems heavy, but it's not. It's actually 3 times heavier than the normal pacifiers, and there are actually lit up or glowing pacifiers already, which are there for you to, or for the child to find it in the dark. So they also have a light installed, and our pacifier is not that much heavier than those ones actually. Yes, and yeah, the ending, not many kids like it, or not many kids accept it, but with the parents we were talking, we conducted a questionnaire of 100 mothers, and they said that they would be willing to sit next to a child and help using it or keep it in their mouth for those 20-30 minutes to help them, get through thrush infection.
Sure, if the baby allows it, why not? For sure. But now tell me, because it is a medical device, you are
Yes.
promising something there. What are the regulations from the medical point of view? Because in my portfolio companies, I have a couple of health tech, it's just a nightmare to go through all the certifications and stuff like that. So how is it with this kind of pacifier?
Yeah, the new MDR, which was presented last July, is applying for us. So that's why we need to conduct clinical trials, at least 2-round clinical trials. It's already planned. We have the partner for it. We have observed all the EMA regulations and all the MDR regulations, and we also would like to be compliant with the FDA regulations. So that's what we need the partner for, because that costs that amount of money that our family cannot finance any longer. I mean, for now, it's a family finance business.
Mm-hmm. You are mentioning in the presentation, I'm sorry, and I will, that it is the first product. So is there any other products that are coming your way for this, because it's under the same company?
Yes, because we own the international patent for the light therapy methodology. So the methodology that it's for the specific light spectrum and applied inside the body. We have the patent for certain fungal, viral, or bacterial infections. So, for example, we can prepare an adult product that is the second in line after the baby per production. What you can use after dental surgeries, because then can also be disinfectant. And, for example, Candida causes thrush. So if you think of Candida and women's health, there are possibilities also in the women's health industry to prepare another product, which we already have the design of, and we started talking with gynecologists regarding that. So we have approximately 5 products in pipeline. We can actually disinfect on psoriasis. We can work with eczema. So there are plenty or toe and nail fungus. So we can have a lot of products coming up with the same methodology.
Mm-hmm. 2 more questions I think necessary. First is, how is disinfection of the product itself? How does that work? And second is, what do you need right now in order to kick off this product and then probably proceed with the rest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the product itself, actually disinfectant itself. So, but we also have a box for it with the UV light prepared. So, that's going to be a charger and the disinfector box. So you just charge it inside the box. It's also prepared with the product. So this is the answer one of your questions. And the second thing is, basically what we need is money, because we have all the documentations ready. We have the in vitro validation already in labs. We have the final product design. We have everything which is needed. We just need the CE declaration and the clinical trials. That would take approximately 2 years. But meanwhile, those 2 years, we could finalize the upcoming product portfolio and the planning and the development of those. So I think, when it's starting and when we can start selling baby perp, then it will be financing all the other products.
So how much are you seeking?
We're looking for 0.5 million euros.
For 2 years, this is really enough for this kind of product.
Yeah, it's enough for the CE declaration and the clinical trials, and it's enough to produce the first 10,000 pieces, and also it's enough to sustain us to finalize the developments of the other products.
Okay, Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Anna.
Thank you. If you still have any more questions, she's here. We run out of time, but it's better to leave time for every question than to have unanswered questions.
Thank you very much.
So no more questions? Asking for the jury? All set? Okay, then.
I have a ton of questions, but maybe I will ask later.
You can contact me anytime, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
She's available on Posi, I assume. Okay, thank you very much, Naomi, for being here, and good luck with everything.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Right, Twixy, we should have started with them, and one that just arrived. So let's see, Twixy from Czechia. They developed a platform that helps teachers and parents with managing children's development. Wanda is here. I hope you're safe and you're not driving. I can see that you're in a car.
I am in a car in the Dominican Republic, actually. I'm sorry for that, but it just happened to be that I'm on a vacation with my son. He needed some time with me, so it's been busy holidays before. So sorry for that, but I'm here. I have internet connection, so hopefully I have horse looking at me right now. We're here, so it's quite.
I hope the weather is better, like here. So.
I don't want to, but just
no, don't do that to us. Don't do that. We are in like below zero here. So.
I know. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Okay, I give the floor to you. I give the studio to you, so you can have your speech here.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So hello, everyone. As was already mentioned, my name is Wanda, and I'm founder of Twixy, which is the online management platform that connects parents with the kindergarten. But apart from that, I'm also mom of my son Philip. You can see him here. And actually, when he started to enter the kindergarten, I was quite desperate because I didn't have much information what is happening there. And if so, it was on multiple channels, and actually I was confused. We are talking to parents and the schools as well, and we found out that actually on the school side, there's a lot of troubles as well because they are actually so overwhelmed by paperwork and lengthy agendas and unnecessary sheets. And if they wanted to be the digitized school, they could, but they had to combine so many platforms and tools to actually have everything online. Maybe you didn't know that more than 80% of time of the school managers is actually at the office, not with kids, which is extreme. And this is the 30% of time for the teachers as well. So what we decided to do, we found out that it's the situation same not only in the Czech Republic, but it's actually anywhere in the world because schools or preschools, they work quite similarly no matter where you are. Currently, we have almost 800 million children in the preschools registered, which give us more than 1.3 billion parents across the world actually facing the same problems every day. So we built the ecosystem, basically the platform from web apps and mobile apps that connect three sides of the relationship, because they're not just two. It's not just school and parents, but actually they're parents, teachers that must be with kids. They don't have time to be on a computer so much time. And then management that has also different needs than the teachers. We build the all-in-one system that basically you can manage all together, everything from the enrollment process via all of the management needs that you have towards also your registers, GDPR compliance, excuse note, attendance sheets, daily agendas, and so on and so on. Parents can send excuse notes. You may enroll for the activity clubs. You may do the financing via the app, etc. Of course, we are focusing on legislation security, especially in the European Union. We work in Microsoft Azure, which is in a cloud system. Of course, we work as a B2B SaaS platform, which means that our partners, our clients are schools. Now we started very freshly with the premium features for parents as well. So also we will have some B2B, B2C revenue channels. Currently, we are serving almost more than 40,000 families daily. We are from the Czech Republic, but currently we are serving in Czech Republic, Slovakia, Germany, a couple of African countries, Cyprus, and Russia. And we are testing more and more countries. Actually, this is the aim for us for this quarter of the year, to test a couple of other markets and find out which markets make sense and which not. You may see some of the figures that we are growing quite fast. We had overall year-over-year almost 800% growth. This was the timeline of the product. We are also digitizing whole cities. A couple of cities realized that for them it's quite convenient to have all of the big data on one place. So we started to cooperate with the cities, and suddenly they can do their management for preschool kids much more efficient, and also as well for the schools. You may see our goals because we are expanding now, and as I mentioned, we are trying to see which markets are the fit for the product, which is now in 8 languages, and the goal will be that in the end of the summer we would like to raise the Series A. Of course, we have the competitors, but most of the competitors focus more of the schools, not to the preschools that much, or they focus on one of these agendas, but we do all in one system. So this is the plan. As I already mentioned, we plan to raise the Series A for the international expansion, and basically our main goal is quite simple. It's let the teachers spend time with kids, not with papers, because they're well trained on that, and they shouldn't be as like secretaries for schools, right? We also got some awards. We won the Women's Startup Competition Czech Republic in 2021 in March. So we are very happy about that. We went through a couple of accelerators, and we were pronounced among top 20 Czech innovators of 2021. These are some of the mentions of our company, and this is my team. So, well, thank you very much for that, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you. Sorry.
That's right. Thank you
Well,
very much
hi,
for your
Van.
presentation.
Yeah. Hi, Petra. It's good to see you again. Well, I know you very well, so I will let the others to ask the questions because I don't think I have any unanswered ones. So,
Thank you very much.
Greetings to your son.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm very curious about your marketing strategy. How do you find the new customers? What is your plan? How can we do to the new country? So
Actually, I have the chart that I call 200 cross 10, means 200 countries and 10 options how to enter the world, right? And I am basically crossing. So obviously some of the markets don't make sense at all because they are not digitized, they don't have internet, they have the legislation obstacles, or they are well digitized and they already have these systems. So there are couple of countries or many countries that we shouldn't or cannot enter that easily. And then there are some of the countries that are theoretically interesting, quite big markets such as Nigeria, for example, or Turkey and so on. And basically we are trying and testing variety of entering options. We found out, for example, that in African countries, it's quite convenient to do door to door, which is crazy, but this is why we have the colleagues there. Plus, they are quite cheap. The salaries are quite low there. On the other hand, in the Czech Republic, we have the team of salespeople. In some of the countries, we are testing purely online, means PPC, advertisements, and so on. And we are focusing more of the private education. So the goal for these 3 months now is to actually see which markets make sense based on like lifetime value and customer acquisition cost ratio. And these countries that make sense and that we have like good answers that actually it's a market fit of TWIG-Z, how it is right now for them, we will focus on them. So we don't want to like expand to all of the countries at once. Of course, it wouldn't be possible, but we want to choose, let's say, 6 to 10 countries that will make sense and do it in the waves. So in first wave, we now have like 4 countries, and
that's why I ask, because some of country has some control group. The top of the preschool and schools and kindergarten, and doesn't allow to insert to a new platform or something else.
For example, in Russia, we decided that Russia is a huge market and they don't have these systems yet, but there is the rule, the legislation, that you must have the entity there. So actually, this is the only entity that we decided to open, which we did in December last year. So we opened the legal entity, I mean the company in Russia, and we have the Yandex servers. So actually, we have the data in Russia. Of course, we don't want to do it for each market. It wouldn't be possible, and it will be very difficult and expensive, of course. But for Russia, we decided that actually it might be very good market for us. So this is one of the markets that we did. But overall, we are on Microsoft, so they can be very well for expanding and also for scaling.
Vanda, you mentioned that you are planning on fundraising Series A in the summer, right? So right now you're after seed, correct?
We are after seed, yes.
And with Series A, what you're looking for in terms of what you're planning to use the investment on, and what you're looking for your investors?
Yeah, first, we are looking for the partner which will not only be the financial partner, but more of like strategic partner, because we want to use the money for growth, for expanding to the new markets. About the amount of money, of course, I can now give you like any vague numbers. It will be probably in between like $3, $4, $5 million. I don't know exactly, and why I don't know is because these 3 months we are using for really to collect the hard data, so that we actually know which markets make sense and how difficult and how expensive it is to conquer these markets. So in the end of this quarter of the year, we will know exactly which markets make sense, and we will know exactly how much money do we need to actually build the teams, or what we will need for these markets. And then we will be starting to find the partners who will help us with that, because we like to have the like everything based on real data, not just theories. Even though that's plans, I know that it's quite difficult to know what will be in 2 years, but we are trying to collect as many data and like the real data, I mean, from the markets, and to have the real users there, to have the feedbacks, and actually know that it's not just theory that we think that it might work there, but actually that there are already the paying customers that are using it, and they are giving the reference back. And it means if we have like tens of schools in each market, it will give us the, let's say for me, the feeling that more and more schools may buy it. If it's just one, I can probably have one school in Burkina Faso or any other country, but if I have 10 or 20 or 30 paying customers, that for me this is the real proof that actually these markets will be interested in the product.
Okay, so just scaling to a number of new markets would be your.
Of course, it will be some of the little portion of the money will be put on the IT, because since we are expanding, of course, we need to cover also the expenses on the team. But most of the money will be used on sales and marketing. I mean, I call it growth. So growth for me is actually entering the new markets, including sales and including marketing costs.
Sure, of course. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah, let's stay in touch then.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations to your son. I mean, he's a real hero here. So congratulations, big guy. I'm pretty sure he can't hear us, but welcome. I really need some parenting advice from you, how to keep your like that. All right, enjoy the rest of your vacation. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Appreciate it, and sorry for this mess in my car. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
All right, we only have 3 more startups, 3 more competitors in this event now. Next up is Sophie, who tries to help people with mental health issues using psychotherapy, art, and NFTs. Alter ego from Bulgaria. Let's listen to her video first.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm going to try and explain how combining art Psychotherapy and NFT can empower people around the globe to improve their mental health and their financial well-being. But what's the problem? Millions of people around the world struggle with their mental health. The COVID-19 pandemic catapulted us in a different silent crisis, which we're still keeping silent about. However, you can't fake the numbers. According to the World Health Organization, every 40 seconds somebody tries to take their own life. The market is huge. Our main target audience are people between 18 and 24 years old, but unfortunately, people from every generation struggle with that. So the addressable market is multiple of millions of people, unfortunately. We, however, have a good solution, and it's called Alter Ego. This is a creative solution for mental problems that combines blockchain technology, NFT, art, and psychotherapy into a suite of mobile application and a web-based platform that solve this problem in an innovative way. The business model is as follows. It's going to be a subscription-based service experience, and there's going to be an application with a $12 per month subscription fee. Also, we're going to keep 5% of every NFT sale that we facilitate through our platform, which is going to be a psycho art gallery. But this, however, is not where we're focused on right now. The good news is that we don't exactly have competitors because meditation apps and other AI tools just don't offer personalized solutions. And this is where we're going to show by using Twitter and Instagram and Discord. We're going to show through marketing how we can solve different types of problems. So the next milestone is to have a soft launch of an MVP that we're building in-house so that we can showcase the world the potential of this. Because one of the co-founders, me, is somebody who has struggled with depression for over a decade. And the second co-founder is a psychotherapist with over 15 years of experience in psychiatry, sex therapy, and psychotherapy. And the two of us are building this. So we need somebody to trust this and support us along the way. My name is Sophie. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, Sophie, for your pitch. Yes, she's already here. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
I can, yes. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Perfect. All right, 4 minutes and counting.
Hi, Sophie. Would you please try to tell me a little bit what is it then as a customer then I will get from you if I subscribe? Because I must confess that from the documents that I got and from your pitch, I don't really get it.
Yeah. You don't get it because the idea is actually brand new. To be completely fair, I was in a very dark mental space until several months ago, and the idea came to life as my therapist and I were working together, trying to help me get out of this state. And what we came up with is this trajectory where she is developing a framework where people can basically take stock of what they're struggling with at any given moment, going through the fears they have, how they're sleeping, what their overall sense of well-being in life is, and through creating a snapshot of their mental state at any given moment through a very detailed questionnaire. Through the algorithm that will be on the background, will be able to determine what type of general direction they need to go down, which will then help them start to gradually cultivate basically mental health hygiene, different habits to deal with challenging experiences they're going through. And we will be combining different domains of psychotherapy and psychiatry with art therapy. And through different creative prompts, we will empower our users to actually learn how to help themselves gradually. I don't know if that answers your question.
must confess, still cannot picture it, how it's going to happen. I was struck by the questionnaire there, and you said snapshot and you said questionnaire. So now I don't know what exactly. So is it that I will get these questions? How do you feel? What do you feel? What do you see when you close your eyes? I don't understand. This is something, and then what? And then I answer it, and it will give me.
Basically,
what
can
exactly?
I try to tackle this?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the beginning, imagine that you sign up, you create a profile, and the way you create a profile is by answering different questions. For instance, how is your sleep? Are you struggling with different compulsive behaviors? Do you have different, challenges in your relationships? All kinds of questions that are very easy to answer. We're not going to require huge amounts of information, but we'll be using sliding scales and things that can help people actually measure their overall state, the mental state. And based on that, we can actually determine what types of creative prompts can help people start to tackle the specific challenge that they're experiencing at a given moment. And so where our therapy comes in place is by giving people tools to actually track how they're dealing with different problems by expressing that creatively. And unfortunately, I don't have the experience of my co-founder who can give details about that. She's actually with the patient right now. But the idea is to give people tools to start understanding themselves better and be able to have damage control, a toolbox with different choices that they can make in a given situation that can help them start feeling better.
Well,
Can I still?
Anna, come. Yeah.
Sorry, can I still ask one short question? You mentioned NFTs, and
yes.
I wonder what role do they play? Because similarly to Petra, I cannot really find the connection.
Okay, so let me just give you a simple example. Behind me, you can see the trajectory of how I've been recovering from my depression, because my cognitive skills were so severely compromised, I couldn't really articulate what I was going through. So I started drawing for the first time in my life, thanks to her. And I got into the NFT space, and just a week ago, I dropped these drawings as my Genesis NFT collection, which was called Paint to Power, and it sold like half of it sold in less than 48 hours. And this is actually how I'm turning my struggles, my psychological pain, into a therapeutic piece of art that is also, helping me earn money. I was the proof of concept of what we're doing, essentially.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Will this work? Will the solution work without an NFT?
Could be. To be honest, we don't know what we don't know. Okay, we have limited experience that is very specific, and that's why we're looking for all the help we can get, because we are not, blockchain native. We want to utilize this technology, and we want to offer a solution that can onboard people from our target audience going forward, as this is a wave at the moment and it's going to be emerging in the future. But we're open to all the help we can get, because we don't have the technical expertise.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for clarifying this. I would have had the same questions when I watched your pitch, but it's all clear now. And I have to say that I'm very, very happy that you came out of your depression, and I'm very happy that you're sharing the way to get out of your depression. It helps a lot of people. Thank you very much for sharing your powers and your drawings. Good luck with everything. I think even if you're not selected here, I think many people watch this one and they can help you with NFTs, and they can provide you those technical help that you're requested here. Thank you. Stay in the stream. Goodbye. Okay, we only have 2 more startups left, so The next one is Maria from Austria with ZippyMe. I've got nothing to wear. We all know this feeling. Maria from Austria developed ZippyMe that helps every person to dress better every day. This is a very interesting startup, and I'm very happy to have her here. Let's see her video.
Hi, presenting you ZippyMe, AI-enabled wardrobe stylist. It resolves following problem. Women have troubles with clothes combination and cannot utilize their wardrobe 100%. So they purchase more and more, but still have nothing to wear. The demand is huge. Market offers personal stylists, styling apps, advice from fashion bloggers. Proposed solutions do not satisfy users 100% as they are costly, non-tailored, and slow. We decided to create ZippyMe. Please take a look at an early prototype. ZippyMe is a new way for brands to attract and connect with customers. This platform automatically creates multiple outfits with users' item over the item users are planning to buy from internet stores. For example, with these emerald pants. By selecting multiple filters like occasion, color combination, size, brand, price segment, season, which will be available in the next version, users get thousands of sets with multiple items in a lot of colors. Items users like, they can then purchase from online store via direct links. ZippyMe has all chances to become global because it supports sustainable fashion and targets audience who care about environment and count the money. It can surprise and delight users. It is a game changer. We believe that in 5 years, all wardrobes will go digital and ZippyMe will be a leader in the niche. So in 5 years, e-com fashion segment will achieve $177 billion and 80% of purchases will be done based on personalized recommendations. Our aspiration is that 20% of purchases will go through ZippyMe. The revenues will be generated by 3 sources: partnerships with brands and retailers, premium subscriptions, and personalized ads. Our team, Maria, myself, Victor, and Konstantin. What we are looking for. Currently, we're seeking a $170,000 investment for better version development and the chief marketing officer with successful projects in Europe and US markets. Thank you for your attention.
And where is ZippyMe? Yes,
Yeah.
they are here. I'm terribly sorry. We just realized that I said that you're from Russia, and just a moment ago I said you're from Austria. Which one is correct? We have some
We are from Russia.
From Russia. Okay, very, very sorry for making the mistake. And thank you very much for being here. I can see that you're dressed properly and well. Okay, that you're using your own app. Let me just start the session then.
All right, then I'll start. Hi, girls. Hello. I have seen, I must confess, I'm a little pessimist about this. I have seen so many attempts to do this in the past 5 years that for me, yeah, sure, I hope one will work for sure. So I wish you good luck. Would you please tell me a little bit more about the business model that you are looking for in your startup? And also, you're mentioning the environmental impact there. And I don't really understand what is that environmental impact.
So about our business model, first of all, we want to have a partnership with the brands and marketplace. We want to place real things from these shops in our site, and then user can just tip these items and go directly to the marketplace and buy it. So we think that it's an additional auditory for marketplace, and they want to pay for prioritization their clothes on our site.
So it's the commission. So the commission in this, so the business model is the commission from the purchase or from the click.
it's maybe not permission, just additional payments for prioritization, because of course we need the base for our site, these items, and we need to put something to our platform, and users may have a choice. But if brands want their items will be in the top of search, they should to pay for it. And the second way to get money is premium subscriptions. Of course, we will have a free of charge subscription, but there are not there will not able to put additional filters, for example, for price, for size, for style, preferable style, or something like that. So we look through a lot of platforms. They have premium subscriptions for all users. We want to set up a basic free free of charge option, but we will have also additional premium subscription with the payments.
And I wanted to add as to the environmental effect. So it was clear to us based on the research that people only wear 20% of their wardrobe. So basically 80% they do not wear simply because these things have been purchased impulsively. Users, people cannot combine them with the rest of their clothes, and this thing is simply sit in their wardrobe, and then they just simply dispose them. So ZippyMe will help users to make a more thoughtful choice, and all the items will match. And by doing this, people will be buying less clothes, but more thoughtfully, and combining them will be easier.
Yes, as we show on the video, they can set up their clothes, then they want to search for total look, so they can use their real clothes from their wardrobe.
Yeah. I must say that that is the one feature that I like about ZippyMe most, is that I have some favorite piece of my clothing, and that I can actually not even go for purchasing, but I can look for new ideas how to wear it, because I wear it constantly the same, because I don't have time to think about anything new. So in this way, I really understand this environmental impact. However, absolutely, people don't need to buy extra if you help them to fix the outfit out of their own wardrobe. However, I'm a little bit skeptical about the business model itself, because these brands, you need first huge mass of users to even be noticeable with the brands. I've seen it over and over a million times. So what I would like to maybe see is if I can place there my emerald trouser, and then I get this advice of how differently I can wear it from the internet. You just download million styles, right? And with this, I'm actually can see your product to work and to have this user base, and then maybe go to the brands and then get it there. That's something that just off the top of my head, but nevertheless, thank you for the pitch and thank you for your answers.
Thank you for your questions. Thank you very much.
Well, unfortunately, your time has run out. If Anna or Tomasz would like to ask anything else, no, everything was clarified. We are just eager to use your product and your services. Okay, thank you very much for being here. Stay in the stream. There is only one more pitch to listen to. Okay, our last pitch is going to be delivered by Petra from Hungary. Click and cruise, because there is a cruise for everyone. Let's listen to her pitch first.
That shows that over 60% of people are interested in taking a cruise, but only 7% actually end up booking because of the complexity this process involves. We will develop a website that consists of a predictive smart tool where people can search using their keywords, everything that is important to them for their holiday, various filters, and we use market segmentation and sharing our customers' values of sustainability and health and safety in these difficult times when looking for a holiday. This way, people will be able to make sure that they go on the best cruise, they have the best experience, and we are able to increase the return customer rate for the cruise line partners as well. Our product involves filters, including sustainability filters, a chat function for those who wish to contact us regarding their special needs. We are able to provide safe search and safe product features as well. And in the next phase, we will enable people to plan together with their friends and family, have a personalized newsfeed using AI to shorten the search time. And we will introduce the comparison features as well. The Hungarian cruise market has seen a steep increase in the last few years. Between 2016 and 2019, this increase has been over 36%. The average age of the Hungarian cruiser is 44 years, so this makes it a perfect customer for such neat features. Our business model lies on commission, so we get commission from the cruise line. It doesn't cost any extra to customers to book with us. Here you can see that competitors are lagging behind when it comes to technology because we are simple, personal, and sustainable. We're looking to launch next spring at the peak of the booking period, and this is the team.
I think the end of the video was a little bit crippled.
Yes, okay.
If you would like to introduce your team, you can share your screen and you can do that.
Sure.
I can see that you already managed to share your screen before.
Yes. So this is our team. We all come from travel backgrounds. So the two of us are from a travel agency background with online focus, and our CTO comes from Skyscanner, and he's also worked with Prezi, so he has the startup knowledge that we need to succeed.
Okay, great. Right, so I give it over to the jury. If they have any questions to you, then you have 4 minutes.
Hi, Petra. Thank you for your presentation. I must say I was a little bit surprised seeing sustainability mentioned. Actually, this is part linked to my question. Over the last couple of years, cruises faced quite a lot of backlash in terms of climate and, you know, to add the pandemic situation, it wasn't very helpful for this part of hospitality business as to another. How do you see, like you mentioned 44 years perspective, it's pretty impressive for a startup to see that far in the future. But how do you see the sustainability angle really play in the next, let's say, 10 years?
So the 44 years is the average age of a cruise passenger that I mentioned as our target audience. I wish I knew the future that well, but unfortunately I don't. So what we can say is that we have already contacted and signed contracts with cruise lines, and all of them have expressed that that is their key focus, and that's where a significant percentage of their budget goes. There are 27 sustainability infused ships being built at the moment, which is mostly LNG. So that's a technology that allows for a lower CO2 emission. And there are also ports who are working to have or enable hybrid technology, which means that while the ships will be in port, they will use electric power instead of fuels. And there is one cruise line partner that we have signed with, who is the first cruise line in the world to be fully carbon neutral.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Petra. I must confess I am not a cruiser. No one gets me on the water. No, I'd rather maybe go to space than on the water. So I'm not really your customer. So, and I don't know much about this. So for me, probably, how big is the market then here? How many people actually go to this kind of adventures these days? Because I really don't know.
So the latest figures that we have is from 2019. Obviously, that is just what the growth looked like, and there were globally 30 million passengers. 7.7 million out of those were from Europe. And the interesting fact is that the markets that grow the most are Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Russia. So the Czech Republic grew 110% year on year. So we are in the right geographical area for stepping into that growth of cruises. What they project is that 99% of the ships will be back in service this summer. So they project to have a very similar year to 2019.
Mm-hmm. And there is not such a thing for cruises, because for flying and for these kind of trips, hotels, bookings.com and stuff like that, there is not such a marketplace for cruises so far.
In the US, there are some startups who are working on the same, but nothing that allows the features that we have mentioned and online booking and comparison that we're working on.
Okay.
Definitely not in Europe.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. The 4 minutes are done, but if Anna or Tamás has any more questions, now is the time.
It's one more question. It's very simple. What do you need?
Ideally, we would need both mentoring and funding. So we are at a pre-seed stage working on our MVP. And we have identified a need of 40 to 50,000 euros for our launch that we would need.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much for being here and sharing this and for your pitch. This concludes, I think, yes, she was the last one. So this concludes our event. Now it's time for the jury to make their decision. So we are asking you for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. Stay in the stream. We're going to come back and announce the winners. Until then, please watch all these photos from previous events of women startup competitions from the last 7 years. Thank you very much for being here. You are all winners, and thank you very much for dedicating your life and your time and every resource that you have for conquering and getting over these issues, even mental health. And we've seen many medical things, creating safe spaces for children, educating them. So thank you very much for being here and doing the work that needs to be done. Give us 10 minutes and we will be back with the jury's announcements. See you soon. No, you need one first, second, and third place. No, I don't see the potential in using it all day and for everything. I would say that those sites that she mentioned, the ones that are handpicked, are much better use. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It was a very, very tough decision. Well, I know it's a cliche, but in our eyes, you're all winners. I mean, you made it to the finals. We fought hard. We had a lot of insights. It was really, really close. But let's hear who the first three ones are of tonight's competition. Okay, so first of all, the third place goes to, well, let's see what the prizes are first. So the three startups will receive some media interviews and investor meetings directly organized by Petra and Tamás and all the others working for POSI and the WSC organization. The third place goes to Twixy. We thought that Twixy is already very, very far ahead and they are very well organized and they will need some more push, but they have a really good product in their hand. We would like to see them grow even further. The second place goes to Investory. So Investory, congratulations. You are the second of this one. And the first place goes to Little Bridge. Little Bridge are the winner, and they are not just the winner of this competition, but they are the ones awarded the special prize as well. So they are invited to the Vienna Up Festival by the Vienna Business Agency. All accommodations and all access to the events are granted. So congratulations. Use this for your own growth. And may you network a lot and find new investors and then make some media interviews that will help you grow. Okay, thank you very much for our jury for being here. Anna already excused herself. She had to go, but she was very, very useful. Thank you, Petra, for joining us, and thank you very much, Tamás, for
thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, good evening and congratulations to all.
Congratulations to
Thank
you all.
Petra.
Goodbye. That concludes our competition for tonight. See you all next year. Tamás, where do they have to log on, or how will they have access to your next year's?
Yeah, there is in the event website. There is a partial chat where we can meet and networking and speak each other. If somebody goes there, we can meet.
All right. Contact them directly. See you all. Prepare and keep fighting. Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Thank you.